Welcome to the Utah Golf Reround Show presented to you by the Utah Section PGA. I'm your host, Marquis McLean. We're coming to you today from the ABC4 studio, bringing you this special Utah Open preview episode of the Reround Show. Our favorite junior reporter, Warren Fisher, has the scoop on this year's Utah Open, right from Riverside Country Club. We'll also check in with Judd and the Uinta Golf Minute. But first, let's get started with our Inside the Rope segment with ABC4 Sports Director Wesley Ruff.
Most of July, teenagers Preston and Grace Summerhays were not only the talk of Utah golf, but were also making plenty of noise nationally. Preston was the favorite from the start at the 121st Utah State Amateur and fulfilled all expectations at Soldier Hollow Golf Course. Preston was seeded second after 2 rounds of stroke play and emerged with a 6-0 match play record and another State Amateur Cup in his trophy case. He's the youngest champion to win State Am back-to-back titles. And right after Preston defeated Utah State's Chase Lansford 7-6 in that championship match, he jumped on a plane and made his way east to the U.S. Junior Amateur. And 2 days before his 17th birthday, Preston concluded one of the greatest 2-week runs in Utah golf history. His victory on July 20th in the U.S. Junior Amateur, defeating China's Bo Jian 2-1, came a week after the Utah State Amateur and improved his match play record to 12-0. With that victory, Preston added to Utah's collection of USGA National Amateur titles. Summerhays extended Utah's run of USGA winners to 93 years, dating back to George Von Elm's defeat of Bobby Jones in the 1926 U.S. Amateur. Not to be overshadowed by his older brother, Grace Summerhays put her own name in lights this summer, becoming just the 4th woman to qualify for the Utah State Amateur. Grace then headed out of state to her own national event with Preston as her caddy, where the 15-year-old reached the match play round of 16 at the U.S. Girls Junior Amateur. She was ousted by the eventual champion, Lei Ye of China. Returning to Utah, Grace was considered to be the front-runner to win the 113th Utah Women's Amateur at Logan Country Club. And to no one's surprise, she reached the championship match. But that's where the Cinderella story ended, as incoming BYU women's golf freshman Kirsten Fotu, who was the tournament's medalist, defeated Summerhays 1-up in the 18-hole match play final. The Summerhayses, Preston and Grace, the current youngest golfing stars from Utah's first family of golf, were Utah golf's summer sensations. Another milestone was reached last month in Utah amateur golf when the UJGA team of Tyson Shelley, Brandon Robeson, Braxton Watts, and Simon Kwan returned home as co-champions of the 47th Boys Junior America's Cup. Team Utah rallied from a 10-stroke deficit on the last day to share the title with San Diego. The results go in the books as a victory, and the team joins the 1994 Utah team that also captured the Boys Junior America's Cup. That team was made up of Boyd Summerhays, Preston and Grace's father, Kyle White, Marty Jacks, and Scott Hells. And finally, in a joint effort by the Utah Golf Association and the Utah Section PGA, Doug Marriott was honored for his many accomplishments in Utah amateur golf at the Utah Senior Open at Tawana Vista Golf Course in Wendover, Nevada. Mountain View professional Mark Owen won the event with Steve Polson, the low amateur. And continuing our Summer of Summerhays theme, Preston and Grace's great uncle, Bruce Summerhays, claimed the Super Senior and the Legends Flight honors. And one other note involving a Summerhays relative, 16-year-old Willard Richards, nephew of Boyd and Danny Summerhays, made 2 holes in 1 at Davis Park in the same round. Willard aced the par 3 11th hole, then ended his day with a hole in 1 on the par 4 18th hole. 2 aces, an eagle, and an albatross in the same 9 holes.
Hi, this is Judd with another edition of the Uinta Golf Minute. I'm really excited today to show you this new Ping wedge. It's the Ping Glide 3.0. What's very cool about this is Ping engineers took and completely redesigned this wedge from grip to grind, right to the very, very top. It's got a classic look, it's got a softer feel, it's higher spinning wedge, and it just sets up really, really nice. You'll love this wedge. Also, what's really cool is they came out with the i2. That was my very first set of golf clubs that I ever purchased for myself. I know tons of people played the Ping i2s. They've got it in the sand wedge, that classic look in this new Glide 3.0 wedge. We have 5 locations. Come see us at Uinta Golf.
I'm Warren Lauren Fisher from the world-famous Warren Report. We're here at Riverside Country Club hosting the 93rd Annual Utah Open. Some of my happiest Warren Report memories are right here during Utah Open Week. Let's start with this little gem. The time I interviewed Wasatch Head Pro Chris Stover.
Maybe somewhere around 16, 17 under par. Bless you.
Swipe it on like this. Hope you win.
I hope you're right.
Oops. Sorry, man. There is an amazing amount of food prepared during the Utah Open Week. And here's something I bet you guys didn't know. I'm here with Chef Peter. And Chef Peter, how many pieces of bacon do you go through?
Ooh, during the Utah Open, we probably go through about 1,000 slices of bacon a day.
Who doesn't love bacon? Am I right? Highlight number 3 comes from a chat with me and Ned Siegfried, the king of the Utah Open. Who's better, you or Mitch?
The king or the queen? Is that what you're saying? I think yesterday Mitch was better. Well, if I'm the king, then what's that make Mitch?
He called Mitch the queen. That still cracks me up. Some of my best work has been on-course reporting. And why don't you guys just see for yourself? Oh, skipping over the edge where kind of he wants to be. I'm gonna play this course. I don't know. I'm coming for you, David Faraday. Riverside Country Club has a new head pro, Chris Moody. And this is what happened when I interviewed him and asked him if he could win the Utah Open. So you've won all the trophies you can win in Utah, except the Utah Open. Do you think you have what it takes to win this week?
I think I got what it takes. I always think I got what it takes. Come on, Warren, have a little faith in me, bro.
Love your moods. Last year, I interviewed Utah Open winner Zach Johnson, and it left me speechless. And what can I say? That doesn't happen, ever. So for the viewers,
I'm just being honest. They all can play. I mean, we don't get enough pops out here.
and cut. Highlight 7, one of my personal favorites. There's nothing like a well-timed surprise to end the show. I'm Lauren Fisher from the Warren Report, and that's a wrap here at the Utah Open. Peace out. Please tell me that worked. Did that work? Can we use that? I love Utah Open Week. I hope to see you this year at Riverside Country Club, August 16th through 18th. Peace.
New this season, Carly Dehlin-Hirsch has signed in as our new Utah Reround Show reporter, and she'll be highlighting major events and players from around the world of Utah women's golf in her brand new segment, Her Fairways with Carly.
The Utah Women's State Amateur wrapped up last week at Logan Country Club. Kirsten Fotu dominated the week. She won stroke play medalist honors with rounds of 71-70, then went on to dominate all 4 of her matches, being under par in all of them. We were able to catch up with Kirsten to hear about this amazing accomplishment. Kirsten, how does it feel to win the Utah Women's State Amateur?
Oh man, it's been a dream of mine since I was really little, and just watching past champions win it, I've always imagined myself doing it, and so to finally get it feels really good, so it's been awesome.
Awesome. So you come from a very successful golf family, so does this win give you some bragging rights around your house?
Yeah, it definitely does. It's already happened, and we have fun with it, and they think, my older siblings, they're like, hey, even though you got this win, we can still take you to school, but no, it's been fun, so it's good, definitely.
Heading into your first season at BYU, how much confidence does this win give you to compete at the college level?
Definitely a lot of confidence. It was a goal of mine to get at least 1 win going into this season, so yeah, it's definitely helped boost my confidence, and it helps my game feel good, and yeah, it's good.
Next up was the Utah Women's Open, held at Thanksgiving Point Golf Club. There were 28 amateurs in the event and 14 professionals. There was a lot of great play, but ultimately Annika Borelli from California came out on top. With great rounds of 67 and 68, she became the 3rd winner of the Utah Women's Open. We were able to sit down with Annika after her win and hear about what it means to her. How does it feel to win the Utah Women's Open?
Thank you. So it feels incredible because this whole summer it's been a grind. My dad and I, we've been playing in a lot of tournaments, and it finally feels good to pull it off and put 2 solid scores up there.
So what was the key to your success out there?
I would say it was 2 things. The first, I think my putting was really good this week, and my dad and I, we worked really well on finding the good pace, finding good lines, and I felt really confident in my stroke. But I think the most important thing was my mindset. I've had a lot of confidence in myself and made sure I didn't get too in my head, so I feel like my mindset really helped make sure that I stayed calm and confident out there.
Great, so what's next for you?
I have 1 more tournament in California, and then it's college season, so I'm excited to be back out there again.
Awesome, good luck with your next season. Thanks for joining us on this segment of Her Fairways with Carly. We will see you next time for another interview from the world of Utah women's golf.
Many thanks to Wesley, Ruff, Carly Dehlin, Uinta Golf, and of course our junior reporter Warren Fisher. And thank you for joining us on this episode of the Utah Golf Reround Show, brought to you right in your email by the Utah Section PGA. I'm Marquis McLean, and remember, just click play.